And we're trying. It's gone live and not again. Friends, the last couple of times it's fallen over.
We're back.
Sort of. We're not quite sure why it keeps falling over, folks. It doesn't seem to be anything on our end. Oh, the frog in the hat is very cute.
For the avoidance of doubt, there are literally no other devices internet capable in this room.
Yeah. We know that our internet is not the greatest right now. Like I said, we're literally off of mobile hotspots at the moment because BT has yet to install a physical line to the house.
And probably won't for another month.
Oh, I'm doing everything I can about that. But,
I know, dude, you're doing great.
Yeah, I think it's one part Wednesday night Twitch and one part just we don't have a hard line. But yeah, Chance of Sonar on Sunday mornings,
bulletproof.
We don't seem to have an issue with. It seems to be, unfortunately, maybe Wednesday nights that are the issue, but we don't have another opportunity for streaming during the week.
No.
So let's see where we were. So we decided that our wandering time period was spent in Italy, and we were just reading off the descriptions of the Italian cities.
Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains, you'll be able to smell a storm coming.
Oh gosh, he's northern. How long will that take?
10 to 15 years.
He's definitely northern. I don't think I have that long, Big George.
What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing, anyway? Other than art, I mean.
Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. A hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Yeah, okay. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion.
Good roll.
Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. Or businessmen.
Businessman.
Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Ooh.
Had he lived in 2024, Andreas would be very excited about AI.
Do I want to be a bookworm or a businessman? I mean, I am going to go into business for myself, right? I'm going to be an artist. Yeah, let's do bookworm. Let's be honest. I think this is an Obsidian game, yes. So do we want to be a tech bro, a wizard, or a bard?
Bard. It's bard all the way down.
So, bookworm?
Bookworm.
Yeah, let's be a bookworm. We'll be a bookworm. Reading, mostly, and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Venice is filled with incredible printers.
That is not wrong.
Florence continues to illuminate beautiful manuscripts. That's also accurate. I have illuminated manuscript paper from there. And the books they produce are treasures. Everyone.
I didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. I haven't had much use for reading, though. Anyway, I have to get going.
Oh, that's Peter. That's Jorg's dad yelling at him.
Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas.
Until later.
Later, big dog. I'm guessing not in the Beastie Boys way.
Who is ill, Peter? God bless you. Andreas. Maybe Granddad?
Probably Granddad. Yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my day.
I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather.
Okay, Boomer.
Were things very different when you were young?
What was Jesus like? Was he cool? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs.
And what customs would those be, old man?
Midsummer. He didn't mind if you lent a little offering to Proctor to keep the skies clear and the weather fair.
Perkta, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia.
Intriguing.
No, it's not too late. It's just 10 o'clock here. Interesting.
Matthias knew Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips.
Oh, dear. The church banned all observances of pagan gods. Peter, what sort of customs? I thought Saint Moritz. Who's Saint Moritz?
Saint Moritz is the patron saint of Tassin. Legend states he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Kearsarge Shrine.
Ew!
There's a hand in Kearsarge Shrine.
You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? But that's what sort of old customs?
The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farm. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassin. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that.
Who's Rannig Kemper? The late husband of Attilia.
That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive.
Well, I'm not going to tell anyone. I won't mention that at the Abbey.
What do these traditions entail?
Yes, I agree. Let's find out. I'm inquisitive and bookish.
I love these pigs. I love the pigs so much.
They look horrible.
When you get up in the night, take a piss, go around the right side of the house, and you never go back the same way.
Well, yes, that's just common.
That way, the witches don't steal your soul.
And you don't step in pee in the dark. Oh.
I should
how
go.
Interesting. I should go.
No, all right. God bless you. The pigs and piss, Grandpa.
Oh, okay. On commons we go. Hello, blacksmith. Oh, and a knigget. Ooh, there's an altercation.
There's some remonstrating going on.
Martin, please, can you give me a hand here?
What you want? I'm keeping my eye on him.
That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping. Martin, idiots. You going to help them? No.
I love that you have a, yeah, fuck you, Martin, option.
I'm tempted, but... Should we offer to help?
Yeah, we seem like an accommodating chap.
Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before?
Good point.
Good point. Oh look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. Let us all stare. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky's giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked out since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down.
Oh, Lucky's the fun uncle. Lucky's the funkle. Okay, that's good to know.
I like how it gives you like little reminders of what they look like. Knock 2 of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind the stonemason's anger.
I think he's a noble. He looks dead rich.
God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once.
What, Aunt Hetty?
Aunt Hetty, you're the best. Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Yes, there will be a parting. Help your aunt and cousin, alright?
Eat shit, Andreas.
This will be remembered.
This isn't over.
Right, what's going on up here? Oh.
You talk to the hot boy and his blacksmith sheep.
Andrus.
Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand?
Of course.
Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire.
Literally.
Or rather shoes. Horse shoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat, and I won't be able to work the metal.
Okay. Here. Take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil, and I'll hit it with the hammer. Oh.
It's getting less glowy every time you sit. There you go. Good. Next one.
Look at me, learning a trade.
If all that illuminating doesn't work out. Yeah, well done. Gee, short work. Thank you for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those. It sure would be nice to have someone help me out here every day. Martin!
Have you considered a child?
You considered a child. It doesn't have to be yours.
Have you considered an apprentice?
I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested.
What about the girls? I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Oh, what a cutie!
This fella! Martin, get a job challenge.
Well, yeah, apprenticeship started early, 6, 7 years old.
I would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey Guest House for dinner.
Until then. Alright, it looks like we have to run another ad break because of the stream shenanigans, folks. Let's see what I can... I'm going to try and run a shorty. And see if maybe we can just run a 1-minute ad and come right back.
I love that the sheep has just gone, no, I am a blacksmith sheep now. I stand here.
Oh, here we go.
Andrew Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey.
We'll go up there with the remonstrations in a bit here. Just trying to remember if I
Good fish.
Can I get at my map? Here we go. Oh, that's where I am.
Alright, so you got the blacksmith. Whatever the remonstrating is, it's up at the old Zimmerman house.
Alright.
But those Duke boys are in a heap of trouble.
Heap of trouble. Alright. I'm a little bit confused because I thought we ran an ad for a minute and now it's still saying that there's going to be an ad running in 20 seconds. So, apologies in advance if things get doubled up. On the plus side, it says our bandwidth is currently excellent, so fingers crossed.
Fucking time.
Right? So let's let this timer count out. And I think it's going to run another ad break.
I screen grabbed this because it is just cold. This was an actual Duolingo question I got. Charlie notices that Lily made sarcastic comments to her for 10 minutes. How many seconds of sarcasm was that?
Rude. Well, let's see if we can go up here and have a little... Dear sheep, please move.
Dear sheep.
Oh, it apparently does not allow me to...
Martin is the spotty little oik who is failing to round up to various sheep in town.
This is Martin.
This is Martin, the prick. And the two ladies are his cousin and his aunt, who he is helping in no manner whatsoever. We hate Martin.
And it looks like we're going to run another 2-minute ad break here. What? Did he just smack himself in the nose?
I think he may have done. Or he's running through a blade of grass. Or he's wiping his nose.
Or maybe he has allergies. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
Or maybe he just did a bump. Don't speak Archie Comics versus Magnus Archives out into the world. It'll give someone ideas. Actually, no, do that.
Church and Druckers.
Go far enough to the right, you'll run into a lady in sensible jodhpurs who's a follower of Sapphire.
Well, it's much quieter here, if nothing else.
Magnus Archies, I love it.
Alright, where are we now? It's triangle, I think.
We are by Our Lady of the Labyrinth.
We're at that
Drucker
crossroads
house.
up there. The Drucker house. Alright. Our Lady... Where is the Abbey?
Not up the hill.
Yeah, see where it says to Abbey.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to waste a bit of a walk. Alright, ad break ends in 20 seconds. Whoa. Talk to whoever this is, and this and their chickens. The Drucker house.
What the fuck was that?
I wonder if that meant it was in Italian and I understood it?
I think it did.
Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. Oh, Bert's so adorable! Look at the cute little turnip as well.
Till Eulenspiegel, I think.
Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisies of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Oh my.
Da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
I didn't realize, Father Thomas, that you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... Interesting. Oh, so he's a printer. Your
sloppy
sloppy typesetting.
Eat shit, Andreas.
I like the idea of it being witch mania. Adventure stories of questionable moral repute. I'm not going to judge. Witch mania. Oh God, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck.
Capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, and major stop on the imperial road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest city to Kersau Abbey and Tassum. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485.
So, 30 years ago.
Yeah. He'd have been a kid.
No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas. Bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. Because I already told the others I would be eating with them.
Yeah.
See you later. Hello, chicken. Morning, Andres. And who is this?
God bless Master Marla. I hope your week is going well.
Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work.
Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you?
I like how he thinks I just stayed up late.
Just stayed up late, my guy. Just drinking Ribena and doing art. Back off.
When was the Protestant Reformation?
Oh.
Should I just die? I don't want to blow him off, really. I've been working on sketches at late.
Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. There is enough... Oh my, the blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. These are the folks being yelled at.
They were.
Master Marla, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms.
Sorry. He makes me lots of money. Liechtenstein! Alright. Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire. Located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets? Oh dear.
Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has the charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet.
An imperial diet is an assembly of the three colleges of the imperial estate of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. So diet meaning...
Parliament, basically.
Assembly, yeah.
Assemblage. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Do it! Do it! Social check! Do it! Do it, do it, do it!
How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago.
Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god.
And should have been a Ninja Turtle!
No offense, father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course.
Abbot of Kirsau before Father Gernot. Oh, there's a reference. Widely respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books.
Kindness? Love of books, you say? A great loss for the Abbey, and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I happened across a copy of the Historia Tassiae he was reading during my last visit.
An account of the early history of Tassing. Kirsau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel bought another to the abbey as a gift.
Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first.
Okay, cool.
It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they even caused a bit of a scandal. Yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later.
Dun dun dun!
I commissioned the manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress.
That's probably what I'm working on.
Father Gernot! Oh, my lord, you have come to speak your manuscript. See your manuscript. You should speak with young Master Marley here. I would go close to your chest. Yeah.
I'd just say it's very nice to meet you.
Hello. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Europe. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium.
A room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century.
A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story.
This guy could be a patron. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Wonderful. It is so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table.
Shit.
Awkward! Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Miklas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I will meet you there. At once, my lord.
Oh, I'm gonna piss off the Abbot so much!
So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg.
What is that?
That's a statue.
Or it was.
Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried?
No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in a university for a number of years at Erfurt.
Erfurt.
Erfurt. Most populous cities in the empire, located near its heart. It's been home to a respected university since 1379, and it is a center for humanist thought. Ooh, exciting.
Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind.
Martin Luther, priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the Church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire, with a big nail on the center of the door!
Martin Luther, enemy of church doors everywhere.
Right.
He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he is a brave, brilliant. Wait, you may even have met him, did you? You must tell me.
No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. Oh, the abbot's gonna hate me. This is great, I'm a reformist.
I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance.
This is, as far as I can tell, this is mid-Reformation.
Somewhere around the first O, you know? I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they might even have read his list of 95 theses against the church.
They might. I'm getting such a history flashback. A list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517, so last year, by Martin Luther.
You're having church problems. I feel bad for you, son.
I got 99 theses. There we go.
Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gano does not disappoint in that regard.
Oh, my dude, I have a feeling he's so going to. Father Gano strikes me as a guy who's trying to hold a thin line.
But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university study.
Are you getting M.R. James vibes?
Very much. Come with me, young man. Walk with me through the countryside. I have some spooky etchings to show you.
Right? Let's flatter him. He could be a patron. Forgive me, Baron, but you do attend university. You seem very well educated.
Oh, no. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between, and yet to come.
Nice. Aristotle, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned as a polymath, he wrote on a wide variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could have ever written. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls for reform within the church. Ficino?
I would say Ficino. Ficino or Ficino.
Was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He's well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin and Cicero. Statesman, scholar...
He's not only appeared in Doctor Who, but has a big Finish audio drama box set to himself.
Who? Cicero? Of course he does. I may have misjudged the Baron. Oh.
It's all bubble. Seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate?
No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't complete.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study?
Ooh! Yes. Theology, imperial law... Hello! Theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Or, I love how you have 3 majors. Familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. We're probably going to go with law, right?
Probably nothing,
Either
woman.
theology or law. I feel like I could push myself to do either.
Honey.
Okay. Y'all know me so well. We're doing law. Law? I suppose I thought I would practice in Nuremberg.
I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A little dull for my taste. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense.
Don't go further west.
I would rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself.
Fair. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perch's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Oh, heavens.
These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Stare in stunned silence like, the fuck?
No. What was that about?
Oh, who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes?
The trivium and
quadrivium
represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic, rhetoric, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. Nice.
Did you have a favorite subject?
Aha. Latinist.
Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar.
Logician. Ooh. Orator. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies.
Citizen Dr. Andreas Mahler.
Heavens and earth. Constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movements. He's familiar with plants and animals from study and personal experience. Interesting.
What are we thinking?
I'm not going to be well, he'd be impressed by an occultist, unfortunately. Orator goes well with being a lawyer, but logician is good as well.
I love how every time you stop, the chubby little bees start circling.
I know. I like logician.
I think he may be like
because
logician.
Adept at spatial analysis and complicated calculation sounds like something that would be very useful for an artist to have.
Yeah.
Let's go with logician. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic.
Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's Organon the foundation of your studies? Greek philosopher and student of Plato.
We already have that. Law does have a lot of Latin. That was my backup. Yes, the Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. That's Dr. Necromancer to you.
You're going to discover 3-point perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. 12th century French teacher, philosopher, and theologian. He's known for his philosophical work in logic and his theological work in atonement theory. He's also remembered for his love affair with his student, the renowned Benedictine nun, abbess, and scholar
Heloise. The Argenteuil.
Argenteuil.
I think.
The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism.
He also gave you this razor.
Yep. The 13th and 14th century English Franciscan
philosopher and theologian, known for his commentaries on Peter Abelard's 4 books of sentences, his defense of apostolic poverty, and his writings on faith and reason.
And of course, Thomas Aquinas, thank you, gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. An immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism.
I just want to take a moment to admire the chonky happy kitty in the corner.
Yes. Aquinas was the bomb.
All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of truth.
Is that so wrong?
I question that these great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at?
Oh, I get to pick another background.
I mean, the logical one to go for is orator.
Yeah, anything that gives me a higher persuasion.
Every game ever. Boost your persuasion as fast as you can.
Always take the I can convince you to follow me thing. Yeah, let's do orator. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric.
I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both?
Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Augustine we haven't had yet. St. Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He's recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works, The City of God, and his autobiographical confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. Yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks for that, Augustine. That's great. True, we have less use for public discourse than the senators did in the Roman Republic.
Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Ooh, what a phrase. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments and arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience.
Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this.
Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence,
yes,
Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center for the arts.
Well put. There's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing.
How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all?
And artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here.
And why would that be? The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned.
Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age.
Yeah, given the invention of typesetting.
But, well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. Seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here.
He's an actual patron.
I commissioned the manuscript through Father Gano a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations.
I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the Venerable Brother Piero.
How venerable?
He still has wits in his skill, if that's what concerns you. Brother Pierre has an incredible talent with color.
Then I very much look forward to seeing it.
The abbot's gonna be so mad at us. What time do you call this then?
Niklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. It's 2 o'clock. It's clearly time for dinner. Nuns. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated.
Benedictines, founded in the 6th century. The Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. What is the vow of stability?
You want me to look that up?
Never heard that one before.
Baron, hiss, nuns, hiss.
Nuns, hiss.
Church closed most of them centuries ago. Then, Curacao is a place out of time, in more ways than one.
Why were they closed?
Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all.
Oh.
You must be Father Godot. I'm Lorenz, Baron of... Yes. The Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We did actually meet on your last visit. Now, as you say so, I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I read ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there.
Not too Werner, because there is someone named Werner in the town as well. Oh, he's about to tear a strip off of me!
Andreas, I don't know what you are doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now.
Book of Hours, huh? A type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Yes, this is a very bad time to ask for an advance. He's not really taking it out on me. Let's just say, okay, fine.
Then get to work.
Shit. I should have asked him about an advance for the Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Oh!
Brother Matthew looks cool as hell.
Cool.
Find a way to get
paid. There we go. I need to speak with Brother Method about an early payment for my manuscript. Alright. I've got something new in the people page as well. Lots of new
Widow
people.
Ottilia Comparent, Father Thomas Spracker, Peter Gertner the Dick, Otto Zimmerman.
Oh, I think these are all the kids? Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
What's this glossary? Oh, all the places in...
Nice.
I like that. Oh, there's a lot of people. Ex Libris. Oh, look! There's my character sheet! Nice! We're about to have yet another ad break, and it'll be our last one for the night, I think.
I'm going to grab a refill while we have...
I'm fascinated by this combo I've picked, but, you know, why not?
It's very you.
It is very me. I'm an artist who's also a bookworm, and a lawyer, and an orator.
Multi-class.
Yeah, exactly. Multi-class. Right, we're going to take our last stretch break here, everybody. If you haven't gotten up and wiggled since you've joined us for the stream, please make sure you do so, because we'll be wrapping up before terribly much longer. But let's see what's in the scriptorium before we get yelled at by the abbot one more time. Ozzy, what a compliment. This is just Marguerite. Marguerite's not nearly an artist. Thank you. Ozzy said something very kind. He's like, this is just Marguerite.
No lie detected.
What?
I mean, a bookworm, orator, logician, lawyer?
I'm looking forward to gonna go see the scriptorium. It's interesting that my portrait hasn't changed any. Everything you had a choice in, you made Andreas as much Marguerite as possible. I mean,
You know.
is it wrong to play a starting character kind of close to home? It's like, okay, I'm establishing a baseline with minimal, like, deviation. That's just my personal play style.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it, you know?
It's my personal play style. It's okay. No judgment, just statement of fact. Yes, very much statement of fact. We've got about a minute and a half for the ad break still. And my tea is bone cold. And I've done only 2 threads worth on my cross stitch, but that's okay. I like the birds.
This is just really pretty to look at as well.
What?
The game.
I like the hand-on art style.
I'm also greatly enjoying playing a game that isn't constantly in motion and in the dark inside at night.
Yeah, the kind of queasy nature of Little Nightmares wasn't terribly fun.
So you know the story that was doing the rounds earlier about how Rebecca Ferguson had a co-star that made her cry, so she told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many people said, well, that was clearly The Rock, that The Rock has responded with, this was not me. This woman was my guardian angel on that set, and I love her to pieces. I want to know who this was.
Interesting.
Current favorite is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, yeah, that was the second choice, wasn't it? All right. So here I am, an Italian bookworm, versed in art, Italian law. I like the idea that, honestly, it's a little, oh God, maybe it was a little bit too self-insert because he went to university for law and then decided he didn't want to do it and became an artist.
Ruh-roh.
Maybe I need to talk to my therapist about that. Oh dear.
This is the thing. She has very carefully not said.
Yeah, she's refused to clarify.
She has specifically said it is not Hugh Grant or Tom Cruise. Because they both have reputations for being massive dickholes.
Cool. I can go to the cloister. I can go to the church. I can go to the shrine.
I mean, if the scriptorium isn't
I can go to Covent Garden. Do you need anything from Covent Garden?
I'd take a Shake Shack for sure.
There's a Loudre's there. I could pick up some macaron.
Oh, macaron. I fucking love macaron. If the scriptorium isn't clearly signposted, you can't be expected to go there straight away.
Right, exactly. I have to fuck around. Oops, wrong button. Where's my map?
Is it triangle?
Yes. Where am I?
I also kind of love that the map is just you drag a book in over the book the game is in.
Yeah, the scriptorium is on the far side of where I currently am. So I think I have to go through the cloisters. Go through the cloister. Let's go to the shrine real quick. What can it hurt, right?
Yeah, just a shrine. Hello.
Hey! Knock that off! Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. So, also called the Spear of Destiny, or the Lance of Longinus, or the thing that they're fighting over in Neon Genesis Evangelion. It is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance, and several places claim to possess it.
He truly was the Son of God.
Thank you. What is squeaking?
It's a mouse.
But where? Hello, Gertrude. You look amazing. Oh, God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes received.
Dinorin, I think. Dinorin. Agnes has got your fucking number.
What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her in the Albans. Sister Matilda, okay. Maybe you can convince Prior Fenric to get some for your yellows. Good to know. Mahler does mean painter in German, yeah. How is... Mousefinger. She's around here somewhere, hopefully going to get to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Oh, so a cat. Until later, Sister Gertrude, I like you. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe you'll see you by the shrine of St. Satia one of these days.
I hear her as Sister George Michael from Dairy Girls.
Okay. Patron saint, Satia was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided St. Maurice's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions.
They all
were. I like her. But look at the smile on the saint's face. I really like it. Who are you? Lisbeth. Doesn't have much to say. Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Mahler. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you used. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds.
What a nice detail.
Should I flirt with her? I'm also much more handsome. Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men. Oh, I like her. You'll just have to trust me then. Not a chance. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mahler. Oh, I like her. She's sweet.
There is almost nothing more fundamentally reassuring than being good-naturedly messed with by nuns.
Right?
Flaunt with none.
All right. Should we go into the church or should we go into the cloister?
Cloister's more fun to say.
All right. Infirmary, chapter house, monastery.
Loquarium.
What's a loquarium? Large garden, courtyard and...
Lavatorium.
No.
No.
Refectory.
Brother Piero, I'm guessing. Oh,
Sebhat.
Sebhat.
The church, dormitory, kitchen and cellar, cemetery. I want to talk to this person, and then we should probably wrap it up for the night. God give you health, Master Mahler. Brother Sebhat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed me much kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance. Council of Constance is what ended the Crusades, isn't it?
Pretty sure.
Meeting of bishops that took place between 1414 and 1418 in the Diocese of Constance to end the Papal Schism. I was wrong. It was also notable for the condemnation and capture of the Bohemian theologian Jan Hus. Interesting. Will you remain in Rome? That's up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mahler, and see the highlands. Ooh, lovely. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around.
Jan Hus.
I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd love to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I'm accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yeah, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. Pictures. Yeah, Ulrich looks a delight, but Gert looks amazing. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seems excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well.
I like that you are instinctively trusted by a lot of people.
Yeah. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Let's check my list of things to do now. Has it grown?
I'm really sorry. Whose house? Say what? Jan Hus. Say what?
Are you sorry?
No, not remotely.
No, you are not. I like him. I look forward to reading stories. Okay, so let's leave it here, and next time we should go into the kitchen, because isn't that where the abbot and the baron
Yes.
Absconded
Also, I
to?
would like to pet the kitty.
You can pet a kitty?
I think you can. I will check, can you pet the dog for this?
Oh, that would be delightful. Right, we have run a bit late.
Pentiment!
This is fun! I'm enjoying it! Nobody's died yet. I have a feeling when the sun goes down, there'll be a murder, and I'll have to investigate it.
I have an odd suspicion that the person who dies might be us, but that feels slightly weird.
How would we investigate our own murder?
Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe it's like a fake out.
I love you very much.
It's a little too twisty.
Twisty. It would be very odd of us to investigate our own murder. Not impossible. I love how there's so many different ways you can play the character. Like, if you play someone who's a hedonist, you can, probably chase after the nuns and stuff. That sounds fun. Right, let's tell folks where we're going to be the rest of this week.
You will next find us on Friday when this week's issue of The Full Lid goes live, which has some beautiful comic art from Ramona Fragon, who passed away this week. And one of my favourite short movies. I've watched a lot of short movies this year. And London's Rocket Ship Launches, that closes this week's issue, is one of my favourites.
Oh, nice.
And we take a look at the first episode of Victoriosity Season 3, which is fantastic and out now. Then on Sunday...
Yay, more linguistic archaeology!
Back to Chance of Sonar, more linguistic archaeology.
Where do we leave in Chance of Sonar?
We were...
The tower.
The tower.
That Wendy was like, don't look at the tower, Marguerite, in the big park type area. Yep, more.
The arcade. The whack-a-mole.
We played the Whack-a-Peasant, which I did not enjoy. I did not enjoy that, but I won. And we played Flappy Bird. Meet up with a nun for some fun, give her something to say in confession. No, I'm not going to be flirting with the nuns.
Nuns always have something to confess.
Right. And then we'll be back here next week where we will head into the kitchen and I'm the butler, sir. The butler's in charge of the kitchen and dining room. Sorry.
The butler, sir.
I buttle. Exactly. But we'll play a little bit more of this.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks, and for bearing with us through the weird and, it seems, resolved now.
Oh, of course.
Connectivity issues.
Of course, now it behaves when it's 11 o'clock and we all have to go to bed. But, we do the best we can. Thanks for sticking it out with us, folks.
We appreciate it, and you.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been delightful.
I hope we can be a bit fruity in this game, not gonna lie. Maybe I'm not married,
A couple of berries.
Yeah, we'll see what we can accomplish. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later.